Hello and welcome back to Sports Broadcasting Network. The topic we are talking about today is what do you think the Super Bowl matchup will be and who will win it? Now, we're going to say, what do you think?
Well, it's hard to pass up on the Chiefs for the AFC, but I think another team might arise, the Texans. They have the best wide receiving core in the NFL, as well as a great quarterback in CJ Stroud, a great defense, and a solid O-line that can protect Joe Mixon. But for the NFC, I actually think it's going to be not the 49ers, but the Lions. Dan Campbell is a great coach. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I think he's rising and becoming a great wide receiver. And they also have Jared Goff, who I think is also so great.
Okay, we're going to turn the mic to Matthew.
So, yeah, I think I have a different opinion with Walter, and I believe that the 49ers, the number one projected team, will probably go to the Super Bowl. Will they win? Well, we're not there yet. But, I mean, Brock Purdy has shown us that he's one of the top QBs, and they have the number one running back in Christian McCaffrey, two amazing wide receivers in Debo and Ben Ayuk, the the best defense, a great line, and a great tight end. And for the AFC, it's a tough decision, but I think I will also have to go with the Texans because, like Walter said, they're an amazing team. They just they don't lack anything. They're just amazing, and they're better than all of the other teams in the AFC. Now, let's see what Matthew you have to say.
All right, so I'm going to start with the AFC because it's a little more straightforward. Now, no, I'm not going with the Chiefs. No, no. I'm going with the Bills because everyone, they say they're great, but I think people are overestimating him, but I still think they have a chance. I think the chance is a really good chance because I mean Josh Allen's good, though the only problem they would have is definitely the receiving core, and so but then for the NFC, I have the LA Rams because Matthew Stafford, he's coming to to his old ages, he's coming to his retirement years, but he's got a lot of experience. I mean, you've got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nakua. Now Aaron Donald retired, but so that might hurt the defense. But last year the defense, it was a really good one, and I really think that that even though they'll have to face the Bills in the Super Bowl, I think they will be the winners of the Super Bowl because. Now let's send it back to Luke to see his predictions.
So my pick for the NFC, I think I'm just going to go with this. I'm not being biased. I think the Eagles will be heading to the Super Bowl. Why do I think this? They brought back C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who was really good for them. They also brought in Saquon Barkley and new coordinators for offense and defense, who I think are really good and will definitely help them this year. My AFC pick, I'm gonna go with you could go with the Chiefs, which is the basic option because they're obviously a really good team. You could go with maybe the Bills or the Texans. But for me personally, I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens are gonna make it there because they have reigning MVP Lamar Jackson. They did lose Patrick Queen, but they were able to trade for and bring in Derrick Henry, who could be really good for them. And I think he's a solid running back. And yeah, and who do I think will come out on top? I gotta go with personally, I really just have to go with the Eagles. I think they're just the better team. And it's a bit of bias, but I think they're just a better team. And now we're gonna turn it over to the phone. Let's see what the person on the phone thinks.
I think easily it's going to be the Lions versus the Texans, no doubt.
Okay. And who do you think will win?
Oh, easily, the Lions.
I really have to agree with him there. Like, if it wasn't for me, for the Rams and the Eagles, in my opinion, then they would definitely make it. The 49ers, they also are up there, but I just think Brock Purdy, he's not the answer. He's not the answer to their quarterback problem. I mean, he is good, but he's not the answer. So I think the Lions is definitely a very valid reason.
Yeah, and we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.